Down. What's up, everybody? You're tuned into the Elks Call, your home for Edmonton Elks fan talk. My name is Scout, aka the rep from Section X, and we couldn't be more thankful to have you with us here today. Catherine is here and around. Stan the Caddy is in the house. You're here with us to watch tonight's Edmonton Elks versus Saskatchewan Roughriders game. All together, this is going to be a fun one. Please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and favorite buttons, as your support means everything to us here at Shotgun Sports Network. Let us know how the sound is. Let us know how things are going, because we're trying to debug this a little bit. Oh, apparently we do not have a YouTube feed, so that's one issue we're already kind of chewing through here. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a different show tonight for many reasons. The watch party is one of them. The other one, elephant in the room. As you've noticed, our studio has changed. You might be asking what the heck happened to the studio if you don't follow the social feeds as closely. But, this change will be imminent for the foreseeable future, as our whole neighborhood went through a significant flood, unfortunately. So, it's been a brutal process. I'm kind of getting over some of the stuff in the air around here. We've been doing everything we can. Catherine's been amazing. I do have a shout out for her later on in the show, but it's been a process. So, we do have a lot of things to give. I mean, obviously this rebuild will take some time. So we really appreciate you, the viewer, first and foremost, you, the viewer, the listener, for riding with us and being patient while we make it through this process. Definitely a pain in the derriere. And of course, Kathy was a cog as well over here for getting us, through this event. And of course, even here right now in the living room. A big thanks to our tailgate donors as well. You guys showed up in a major way last week at the tailgate. So big thanks to, St. John Sperling, Clemens Lid, Joel, so many countless others that we could mention. We saw Paul out there. So, there's tons of names that we could throw out. Really, really appreciate you guys for swinging by and, of course, partaking in our tailgate. Pictures will be up from Speaker's Corner. We're going to get those up here by the end of the week. And then, of course, our sponsors and our partners, Royal Retros, MVP Meal Prep Co., Lather.com, and, of course, Edmonton Sports Talk. Edmonton Sports Talk is a big cog for us. Really, really appreciate their support, like I said, as well as yours as well. So really cool, really appreciative for all the support going through this. And another thing that we do need to acknowledge tonight, 2 lives were lost just before this game this past week. So also want to pay respects to the 2 families that lost their family members and everybody else that was affected by that event as well. Like John Kirby says here in the herd chat, what up, John? Memorial tribute tonight for the Rough Riders player, and of course the other member the other person that was involved in that accident as well. So it's great that the Saskatchewan Roughriders are going to pay tributes to both. This game here, we're about less than 20 minutes to kick off. So why don't we talk about the game that just passed a little bit? Let's dig into my last 3 thoughts. This 3 thoughts, Scout's 3 thoughts segment. It's a weird segment. Usually used to Kathy's Herd Report here, or the more you didn't know. But Scout's 3 thoughts are brought to you by Royal Retros. If you love classic Canadian football jerseys, head on over to royalretros.com. The Throwback Kings always put on the 5P jersey is our favorite. Go check them out over at royalretros.com. All right, so if you guys do follow the Elks Herd, if you do follow along at shotgunsportsnetwork.com, we talk about 3 thoughts often. We like to dig into them a little bit more as well. In this last game against BC, our 3 thoughts were the Elks didn't even need rushing yards that night, but they did indeed help when it mattered. Justin Rankin was extremely limited in that game. Scoreboard was showing negative numbers at times. Obviously, this game, we're going to want to see a lot different there. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in the last game as well. Sacks also showed up at the right time, 4 of them to be exact. The timing of the sacks were crucial for the double E game flow, as they were much needed sacks, especially in that in the final minutes of play. So really critical, really critical, and we're going to want to see more of that tonight. And of course, the last of the 3 thoughts, betting on the defense, that paid off. The defense was called upon to prevent a game-winning field goal for BC. The Edmonton Elks did exactly that. They kind of helped secure the win on the defensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball as well is going to be a cog in this one too. You got to stop Trevor Harris. So, yeah, I mean, that's what we're looking at that last game. What did we miss? Herd chat, let us know. What did we miss in the 3 thoughts? I can tell you right now off the top of my head, interceptions, right? There is a great amount of interceptions. I want to say 4 as well in that last game. Will we see the same amount against an elite offense in the Saskatchewan Roughriders? I don't think so, but I really hope so. Obviously, we really hope that as Double E fans. Let's take a look at the herd chat here. Like I said, let me know what I missed in the 3 thoughts. Ken Borchuk, what up, Ken? Good evening, my friend. Great to see you on the stream. John Kirby here does say, Scout Roughrider fans think they got this game in the bag. I would say they don't. I think that the Edmonton Elks can win this upcoming game. Ken Borchuk also does say fourth thought, great crowd at Commonwealth Stadium. I would agree. I mean, they announced 20,020, I believe was the official number that was put out. That's a good crowd for the Double E right now when you consider how many fans have lost through these past years. Yeah, I mean, I'll take a 20,000 crowd. And of course, each win is going to bring some more fans as well. I think that they're trending on the right direction. St. John Sperling here in the herd chat. Always love from all of us to you. Appreciate you, brother. Momentum Customs. St. John Sperling is doing a great job over there with Momentum Customs. So if you haven't checked them out over on Instagram, go check it. Some of the sickest cleats, shoes, customs you will see for footwear. It does an amazing job. We did talk about the Game Changers shoes on the show, and I'm sure we're going to be talking about more. His latest edition was for Cordell Jackson. So once again, that's Momentum Customs. Go check them out. All right, for this game, yeah, this is going to be a fun one, I think. This is a matchup that we've kind of been waiting for. Obviously, the BC Lions, they gave the Edmonton Elks a pretty good challenge. With this game, though, I think that the Edmonton Elks are in for a big one. Let's take a look at the keys to the game here. We do have 3 keys to the game. Much like we had 3 thoughts for last game, 3 keys to this game. Key number 1, get to Trevor Harris. What do we say, herd chat? Is this not critical for this game? And is this not one of the most critical? Oh, I guess we have to do we do. You might have to post it. We got to do we got to do our EE roll call here. E3, EE roll call. There's 3 of us in the house. We got to get that done. So I guess everybody's going to be with us live while we do our EE roll call, which is cool. Everybody that's in the herd chat right now, your comment might be seen on there. So that'll be cool. This is going to be a fun one. I'll take the picture. And I can post it. But anyways, getting back to the keys of the game, 4 sacks last game, but they need another performance like that in order to stop Saskatchewan's offense. And I'm going to say that you want to see those sacks early in this half. We know that Trevor Harris can be shooken up. Shake him up. Do it early. Take Trevor Harris's confidence out of the game early. And as we know as Double E fans, it's possible. If you do derail Trevor Harris, I think that there's a really good chance that Double E can win. Key number 2, return the ball. When was the last time we've seen a truly good return? I think we saw Javon League pull off a good one recently, but return something to the house, make a splash on special teams. I would love to see a solid return that really sets up the offense for success. And then key number three, the offensive line needs to make holes and hold the pocket. Cody Fajardo and Justin Rankin have been struggling behind this offensive line. It's very obvious. There is three major injuries now, down to two, I believe, with Brett Boyko back in. It's great to see Boyko back in, and it's good that he's going to be filling those gaps. We're going to need more. I mean, losing Coulter Woodmansey early, the Edmonton Elks have been adjusting to that, but they've taken too many injuries since. So the offensive line is struggling. David Beard being out, I mean, he's a big cog. Cordy has stepped up great into that role. I think he's been fine at center. And Cordy has experience at center, obviously, in other positions in the line as well. But it's good to see that they have that next man up mentality. This last game against BC didn't really show that. So we need to see that elevated in this game. Hold the pocket and make some holes. Get Justin Rankin through, and we'll see a successful game. And I'm kind of banking on that. What are your keys to the game? Ken Borchuk say coughing fit. Ken Borchuk does say Rankin. I agree. We are going to take here we go.
Hello.
If you're wondering what a behind the scenes of our roll call looks like, are you okay posting that, by the way, Catherine? Thank you. See, Catherine made an appearance on the show after all. I wish I had an applause button right about now. But if you're wondering what a behind the scenes looks like for that post, you've seen it. There it is. Too good. Alrighty. So, pardon me. Like I said, I'm still getting over some illness here, so we are chugging through it. Score predictions. What are we thinking for this game? Herd chat, let us know what your score predictions are. I'm going to say that this is a 21-20. I think that this is going to be a really, really good. I think that this is going to be a really, really good game. I think it's also going to be very defensive. Ken Borchuk does say hi, Kathy. Hi. She says hi if you didn't hear it. And then St. John Sperling for his keys, keep the momentum. Get some tempo. I mean, the team is 5-1 right now. They can be 6-1 by the end of the night. Obviously, we're not going to speak that into jinx or into existence at the same time, but momentum is going to be critical, and complementary football, I think, kind of plays into that as well. We need to see some complementary football. We need to see, if there's an interception, if there is a turnover, offense needs to make the opposition pay. And I totally agree with that. All right. Any score predictions from the herd chat? Oh, Ken Shapka. What up, game day, baby? Let's go. It is a massive game day today. Watching this game together, it's going to be a blast. I love doing this episode. It's always a fun one. And we have Stan the Caddy from Ontario in the house as well. This guy, I think he's been to a couple Elks games in Commonwealth. The last Elks game he saw was actually in BMO. So got a good crew over here at the rebuilding Shotgun Sports Network HQ. Oh, it's too good. All right, what's your fantasy? Let's talk some fantasy real quick before we get into this game. Kickoff is in 7 minutes, and we don't want to drag into that too much. What's your fantasy? All right, let's be real. Cody Fajardo at quarterback in season-long fantasy. Cody Fajardo's got 109 points. Trevor Harris has 100. So by default, you'd think, okay, maybe we're looking at, in this game, you could go either or. I'm going to pick Cody Fajardo because I'm a homer today. We took Fajardo this week in our season-long fantasy wherever we could. There's going to be a surprise when it comes to our weekly fantasy, or maybe a little bit of a surprise. Justin Rankin, I would select Justin Rankin in fantasy this week. He's due for a good week. I would say he's due. It's been too long since Justin Rankin has had a good game. I think that this is a game where he could break out, especially if the coaches did their prep going into this one. Javon Leake as well. I think he's due for a good return. So I wouldn't be opposed to selecting Javon Leake if you have him. Spoiler alert, weekly fantasy might have selected him. Just saying, might have selected him. All right, and then we might have adjusted some audio here, possibly. Okay, talking outside of the Edmonton Elks, David Unger the third versus Kevin Mattel, Toronto Argonauts. I like Unger more. I think that Unger is a better pick this week. Both are great options, but especially at the national spot, David Unger the third is who I'm going to go with. Kevin Mattel, maybe not. But I would put him still into a wide receiver slot. Watch out for Kenny Lawler. I would say Kenny Lawler, he might be on a little bit of a slope here with Trey Ford at quarterback because, as we know, Trey Ford, not exactly massive on passing touchdowns. Kenny Lawler's performance has kind of dropped off this season. Now, that being said, there is the potential that Trey Ford works on some of the throwing aspects and passing aspects of his game and can get it to Kenny Lawler more often. I just don't know about this week. Ontario Wilson, though, I like him. He has 80 points on the season already in fantasy. Eberhard is also up there, so those are also great options as well. Weekly fantasy, I'm going to let some of you guys down here. And I apologize. For weekly fantasy, I chose Elks defense, but then I chose Trevor Harris at quarterback. If I had the boo button, I would be hitting the boo on myself. I'm not the proudest of this one, but I did select Justin Rankin as captain ×2. Of course, I also selected Javon Lee because I think he's due for some good touches in this one. I think they're going to get a little bit more creative on offense. Tyler Common of the Toronto Argonauts, Austin Mack at wide receiver, and then Travis Thies over at flex. So that's what I've selected for weekly fantasy. Rip into me. Let me know. We have plenty of time to talk about all of this as the game goes on because this is a watch party and you are here rocking with the Elks herd. Appreciate you guys. All right. I haven't done this in a while when it comes to selecting all of these Elks. I think it's a lot of bias on my end. I think the bias has finally hit me here at this 5-1 point. I'm really high on these Elks. And of course, working with the salary cap feature on weekly fantasy is a little bit interesting as well. So that's what I've done. I'm biased today. It's for the 6-1. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how good or bad this looks. Who you got? Who you guys got? Who are your players to watch in this game? Who are you selecting in fantasy over others? Let us know what you think. We got lots of time. We're going to be talking this whole entire time, so this is great. Getting back to some of our score predictions here in the herd chat. St. John Sperling, 20-17, double E. He's calling a tight one as well. Game Day Baby says 34-24. That is a sizable spread. I'd love to see it. Pierre in the herd chat. What up, Pierre? 32-29, double E, last drive, field goal win. I'd love to see it. I think it might come down to the last minute. I really do. I think that we're kind of on track for a game like that. And by the way, herd chat, let me know. Let me know what you think of the audio stream today, if there's anything going on with this, because as we know, this is definitely a different episode from usual. We'll take a couple commercial breaks and whatnot. Commercial breaks as in a graphic that we'll put up. And we will be doing this watch party for the first half of the game, second half of the game as it gets intense. We'll let everybody enjoy themselves and carry on. But this is going to be a fun one no matter what. I really hope we see some sacks in this first half. Let's take a look here. St. John Sperling in the herd chat says, hopefully Trey can find some consistency. He seems to struggle putting 2 to 3 good games in a row. I do agree with that. Lorraine in the herd chat. What up, Lorraine? Go Elks, go. 38-20 Elks. 38-20 Elks. Fam in the living room. 38-20. What do we think of a 38-20? you think that's possible tonight? I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Love to see it. All right. Just paying respects here while this is on the TV. Don't want to quite interrupt. Sorry, everybody, just paying the respects. Very touching, Bishma and Jaden. Very, very sad. Rest in peace to both young men from Sinjin and Game Day Baby. Awesome tribute. I agree. Very sad, very, very sad that this has happened. Hate to see it. Never want to see it. Jaden was also Football Alberta and Leduc football as well. So very, very, very sad. Moment of silence. All right. National anthem, and let's play some ball. Patriot love. With glowing hearts, we see thee rise, strong and free. And we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, God for thee. All right, let's play some ball. Let's go. John Kirby, I do not nominate myself. That's why I stopped singing for most of that. I do not nominate myself for singing anthem at the Edmonton Elks game. We do also have a question that was brought up earlier here during the anthem. Robin Brooks, 4145 asks, where is Stan the Caddy? Do we have an appearance from Stan the Caddy in the house? Member of the Elks herd right here, Stan the Cat in the house. One of our guests on the show in the past. Great stuff here from Ontario. Watching.
Lots of love, baby.
Lots of love. Stoked to see Stan the Caddy in the house as always. Stoked to see everybody on the stream right now. This is the Elks Call. Edmonton Elks versus Saskatchewan Roughriders watch party. You're rocking with the Elks herd on the Elks Call. This episode is brought to you by our friends over at Lather, MVP Meal Prep Co., and, of course, Royal Retros. John Kirby does ask July 17th, does that attendance include the dogs who had tickets? I really don't know, John. I unfortunately don't know the answer. I do not have the hard facts on that. So that might be a team store ask or an Elks office ask, not specifically the team store. Robin Brooks does say legend, Stan the Caddy in the house. All right. What are we thinking for this opening drive here? What do we want to see? I don't quite know. I don't think that they have revealed quite yet who ended up getting the ball or is receiving the ball. I can take a look at CFL.ca. Very, very fun one tonight. Once again, make sure you throw your game predictions into the herd chat. We will be cutting the stream at halftime so that everybody can enjoy the stress on their own, including myself. Usually we only like to roll this right up until halftime. That's what we do every year, but it's always a fun episode. I think we might have missed it last year. I'm not quite sure if we had a good Thursday game to do it on. But every year that there is a good Thursday away game, we will be doing this watch party. Of course, the Elks Call isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Just like the Edmonton Elks wins. Of course, crucial home and home here. This win in this game would obviously set them up for the next game. If they do get the win, Saskatchewan may come back harder in the event that Saskatchewan loses. But I think we have a very long football game until we can talk about winner or loser. Of course, if Saskatchewan ends up rolling the Edmonton Elks in this one, well, I mean, the Edmonton Elks are definitely going to have to come back harder at home. Is there any part of the field that I am really worried about in this game? It's tough to say. I mean, I'm happy to see Brock Mogensen back. I think that that's going to be a really crucial piece for the Edmonton Elks to retain here, to get back from the injury list. I think Brett Boyko is also going to be able to offer some assistance as well on that O-line. But I am worried. I think the O-line is the number one the number one group that I'm worried about on this Edmonton Elks team. I'm very worried about the offensive line. If they can hold it together against this Saskatchewan D-line, well, I think Cody Fajardo and Justin Rankin are going to be able to do their jobs. Otherwise, Jordan Maximic is going to have to peel into this playbook, get creative. I have a feeling we're going to have to see some creativity. Much like Game Day Baby says here, fake to Rankin, pitch to leak. I mean, you have Thunder and Lightning on the team. Utilize both. John Kirby does also say Mosaic Stadium looks 10 times better than our stadium. I wouldn't say 10 times better. I mean, they are newer and they're quite a bit newer at that. The stadium was also built for modern day CFL attendance levels, but Mosaic doesn't get the concerts. Like I don't know if Post Malone's going there, but I'm pretty sure AC/DC isn't. I'm pretty sure AC/DC is going back to Princess Auto Stadium. Catch myself on that one. All right, we got kickoff. Edmonton Elks are going to be receiving the ball first. That means that the Saskatchewan Roughriders will be receiving the ball in the second half. I don't know my East and West very well, or yeah, I guess East and West with Mosaic very well. It's Commonwealth Stadium. It's very easy to figure out Mosaic. I just have not ever been there. Here we go. Javon Leak. Maybe like a 15-yard return, sorry. Cody Fajardo heading out there. Completion percentage of 70% on the season, which is great. 5-1 record, obviously. 1,781 yards. Four interceptions to 9 touchdowns. That's a great stat. You usually want to be 2 to 1 there. So, I mean, we'll see. Let's see. Here we go. First drive of the game. And it's a handoff to Rankin. Rankin with around 3 to 4 yards. Gets stuffed early. Goes right up the gut, right up the middle. Gets stuffed immediately. Brett Boyko is back out there, as we said. Brendan Bordner, he might he might want to see a really good game out of him as well. I will say Josh Sivas and TJ Luther, they've been welcome additions. I think that they're starting to grow as wide receivers. St. John says, this Elks team is so gritty, truly play until the last whistle. We need to see that today. Come on, guys. Oh, Cody went through his progressions. Didn't have it. Went to Rankin, and Rankin gets the first down. Let's go. You could see Cody Fajardo go through the progressions on that. Hey, Catherine. He went like a sprinkler, like a garden sprinkler, you know? You kind of want to see that action. Trey Ford, he would never. Not trying to throw massive shade at Trey Ford, but I mean, you usually don't see those progressions roll out quite as well. John Kirby does say Calgary's new stadium talks are heating up. I haven't quite seen anything on that. Injured Rough Rider on the turf. Second Rankin, needed to see that early on. Keep Saskatchewan's defense honest. Yeah, it took 3 guys to take down Rankin, 4 guys, and then there's a 5th, and then even a 6th got in there. Or maybe that was one of the 5th. I'll take that. Prayers up for this player that's on the turf. I don't know exactly who it is on the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And what's up with the Edmonton Elks facing teams that are coming off bye weeks? Like almost every team they played for the last 2 to 3 weeks are coming off bye weeks. Like BC Lions last week were coming off a bye. Saskatchewan's coming off a bye. I'm pretty sure Winnipeg was coming off a bye. Winnipeg. Not Winnipeg. Maybe Winnipeg. Yeah, Winnipeg before BC. Because, that was in Princess Auto. McMahon is a brutal stadium. I got to play there lots when I played CJFL, and boy, oh boy, was it poop. Would love to know how badly the walls of Jericho could use a fresh coat of paint down there in Calgary. I'd love to see the locker rooms at this point just because they're probably historical. Like they're so ancient that there's history that you can literally see on the walls. All right. 1st and 10 from the Edmonton 51. Cody Fajardo in the pocket. A lob to TJ Luther, yeah. First down. Move those sticks, as we say in Section X. Move those sticks. Let's go. Let's go. All right, from Saskatchewan's 44, 1st and 10. Cody Fajardo hands it off to Rankin, and Rankin gets stuffed once again. Stop going, stop going right up the gut. Like, what are we doing? Have we not learned from the last couple games? Run them on the outside. 2 Trailer Park Girls. Well, I wouldn't quit. It's a great reference. It's a fantastic reference. But yeah, come on. We got to get a little bit creative here. 2nd and 8. Saskatchewan 42. Cody Fajardo looking for his man. Over the middle. Brandon O'Leary, orange for the first down. At the Saskatchewan 19, 1st and 10. Let's go. First down, Edmonton Elks. Knocking on the door already. And great to see Brandon O'Leary Orange getting involved. I love seeing Brandon O'Leary Orange getting catches. Utilize your national guys. Get them more touches too, so that when the ball hits them, the ball doesn't bounce. Get comfortable. Get confident. Justin Rankin getting a couple yards on this one, gets pushed back. Only about 3 yards on this one. All right, Sinjin does say we had to split our O and D into 2 different locker rooms because there isn't enough room in what would be the CFL away locker rooms. That's crazy. Metal wire mesh lockers, way too skinny for football players. Mind you, the Stamps locker room and the Dinos room are very nice. Of course, I mean, but heaven forbid that you spruce up some of the locker rooms for the auxiliary uses, you know? Oh, there we go. That's a first down, and that's a touchdown for Brandon O'Leary Orange. Touchdown, Elks. Let's go. That's the first pie out of the oven, as Morley Scott would say. It was a calm drive. Catherine, you're still part of the show at this point. Everybody can hear you. Her chat, let us know if you can hear Kathy and Caddy in the living room because they're part of this too. Touchdown, Elks. Let's go. 6-0 to start the game. First drive, first touchdown. Let's go. And Brandon O'Leary Orange getting that other touch. One of the weeks that I didn't pick Brandon O'Leary Orange as one of my guys in What's Your Fantasy. And the PAT is good. And that's another Elks herd football into the end zone for high school football. This is amazing. Let's go. 7-0. Edmonton Elks, 10-26 left in the first quarter. We love to see it, everybody. We got some sellies here in the herd chat. What up, everybody? LFG. Let's go. Boom from Steve Benassi. What up, Steve Benassi? Says good day, everyone. Oh, it is a good day so far. No, he's not related to Benny Benassi, but Steve Benassi, just as fine, baby. Just as fine. Touchdown, baby, by game day, baby. Let's go. Let's go, guys. John Kirby also does say it's not the same without Catherine on the screen. I do agree, John Kirby. It is not the same. So that reminds me of your picture from Greg. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, so good. It's honestly just great to be back on stream with everybody. It's been an incredibly tough week. Probably one of the toughest weeks that Catherine and I have had to endure, especially in our house that we've had for, a little over a year now. So, yeah, it's been a really, really trying week. Yeah. Sinjin does say it's so nice having quality wide receivers this year. I do agree. I mean, TJ Luther and Josh Sevis, I think, are definitely upgrades. I think it's also telling that Zach Mathis has not been making the team as much as he's been put on the reserve team. I think that's, Zach Mathis. I think that he showed some promise, especially, with Trey Ford. Obviously, got injured early last year, but, we're kind of seeing him move in and out. Him and Carter Kettle, both of them are nationals, right? Josh Sevis and TJ Luther, they're quality. Austin Mack, one of the best in the league. Brandon O'Leary Orange, he's strutting his stuff and solidifying his spot on the team tonight. These wide receivers are popping off. Also, Justin Rankin, he's a wide receiver too. He signed up with the Edmonton Elks as a wide receiver, not a running back. So you have some Swiss Army knives on the team. I saw a question by John Kirby. What do I think of these jerseys? These Saskatchewan Roughriders jerseys. Oh, Edmonton Elks put down the Saskatchewan Roughriders at around the 22 or 23. We love to see it. What do I think of these jerseys? These jerseys are, I think if I'm a Riders fan, I love them. There's something that really strays away from the traditional Rough Riders look. I think if you're a commentator or a play-by-play guy, whatever you may be in the media realm that has to read these numbers from high up above, I think you hate them. I think even the Edmonton Elks, their version of the bright on solid numbers, of course, on dark jerseys, the dark on bright on dark effect. I think that the Edmonton Elks jerseys are a little bit better for that. I obviously, I think that they're a decent jersey. Edmonton Elks wrap up their man number 3 on the Riders. Not the most familiar with the Saskatchewan Roughriders players, to be honest. I watch Double E. I know a lot of our guys, and I study our depth charts and whatnot. John does say cannot even see the numbers on the BC Lions white ugly jerseys. Yeah, I think the BC Lions kind of fumbled the bag on that one. Steve Vanassi here does say, okay, now the D need to come up big. I think that they do. Right now it's 2nd and 6. Edmonton Elks shut them down. Did he catch the ball? Pass near Saskatchewan's 50 at around the 48. It looked like it was close. It didn't really, I couldn't tell from here if the player had his toes in the Saskatchewan Roughriders player. Trevor Harris with a little bit of a dart of a pass. It looks like he was out. No, and they let it play. They continued. Trevor Harris with an overthrow, or there was an underrun on a route, but it looked like he lobbed it a little bit. It looks like it was a bit of an overthrow. That's going to be 2nd and 10 at the Saskatchewan 48. Love to see it. Don't know what happened there. That was weird. Oh, his toes were dragging. Oh, that sideline catch was just barely in bounds. Yeah, Steve thought it was out. That replay shows that he might have just barely been in. Sinjin on the jerseys. I can't stand the Rough Riders all white uniform. Definitely could have done much better in my opinion. Yeah, the all whites are. I don't know if I'm like the all whites. I think it works for the Double E because they still have the solid numbers. But as soon as you go with white, like as soon as you do that white on dark on white or that black or that dark on bright on dark, it makes it really, really hard to read those numbers. And honestly, for white jerseys, I like eating hot dogs. I don't know about you guys. I really love messy food. And if anything has taught me, if white jerseys have taught me anything about being a sports fan, it's to not own a white jersey. Don't own a white jersey and be a hardcore sports fan at the same time. Because you will get it dirty and you will be upset. What is time count on Saskatchewan Roughriders? That's hilarious. And Corey Mace, apparently, he blames himself for that one as per his actions on the sidelines. So we'll take that. Thanks, fam. Some food has arrived. I think we'll take a little break at the end of this first quarter here before we get back to streaming. All right, Saskatchewan punts the ball. Edmonton Elks received at the 8. And Javon Leake still barely gets anywhere. This is crazy. Out at the 25, it looks like. out at the 25. So Edmonton Elks touchdown in the pocket. Touchdown in the pocket. It's a 7-0 lead. Edmonton Elks back on offense. You like to see it. What about the defense coming up big? What about Tyrell Ford coming up big? We love to see it, everybody. We love to see it. Edmonton Elks defense is standing tall so far. It looks like the pressure is getting there to Trevor Harris. Like we said in the 3 keys to the game. Put the pressure on him, try to get to the quarterback ASAP. And we want to see sacks and we want to see those big impacts in these first 2 quarters. Because if you don't get to Trevor Harris fast enough, the game's going to slip away from you. So far, the Edmonton Elks are in the lead. But as we know, the Edmonton Elks struggle sometimes holding on to these leads, and they let teams get back into it. We've seen the Edmonton Elks let these teams get back into these games to the point where the ending is too stressful. I think we've said this in the 3 thoughts once or twice or 3 times, or even in the point after or whatever it may be. The Edmonton Elks let these teams creep back into the game. What are we thinking so far, guys? Steve Benassi here in the Herd Chat. I find not being able to see the numbers really takes away from a live game. And it does. I do agree. Because if you're, you know, I get for casual, it's a little bit different. Casual fans might not necessarily care about each individual player and the plays that are happening, the routes that are happening, some of the fine intricacies of football games. But as a hardcore, yes, you care quite a bit. You want to see who's running the routes right, who's who's getting in on the quarterback. You want to see all that stuff live, and you don't want to have to rely upon a replay all the time, right? And especially for media too. I mean, even when we're doing our thing out in Section X, yeah, I mean, we want to be able to give accolades to players where they deserve it. And if we don't see it live, it's kind of hard for us to, or don't see the number live or can't read the number live. It's not exactly easy to do so, right? All right, let's take a look. Cody Fajardo at Edmonton's 26, lined up in the pocket. And, short pass to Brandon O'Leary Orange. Only gets about a yard. Disappointing. Was off to the flats a bit there, but not really. It was on the inside. Was it a check down? It could have been. Big shout out you, the viewer, the listener. Appreciate you guys watching the game with us here. This is the Elks Call. You're rocking with the Elks Herd. Please hit the like, subscribe, and favorite buttons. Missed pass, Cody Fajardo. And that was to Josh Cephas. Josh Cephas missed the catch. 3rd and 9. Edmonton Elks at the Edmonton 27. This is the scenario I'm worried about. Like, you can't let Saskatchewan stifle your offense like this. And so far, we saw that first drive. It was great. The second drive, dropped return. Get him, guys. Get him. What are we doing? What's the flag? Illegal block. Oh, no. What are we doing, Edmonton? What are we doing? What's the flag? Show me the flag. Illegal block. Illegal block. Bring it back. What are we doing? We can't allow that return. Bring it back. Woo! Okay. Now we're talking. It's coming back. No, that's what we need to do to Saskatchewan. All right, so that was almost a return touchdown for the Saskatchewan Roughriders off of a dropped punt return. And a holding call saved the Edmonton Elks there. Take note of that, everybody. Go forward today, everybody. Here we go. Christy in the Herd Chat. What up, Christy? Phew. I agree. Steve Benassi. Flag. Christy also does say on that throw, I'd say Cody missed the throw. Yeah, see, it seemed like it was a little bit hard and maybe on the wrong side of Cephas when he did throw it. Game day, baby. Got lucky on that one. Stephen Ashley got, damn, we got fortunate on that one. Oh, sweaty drive. And of course, almost return touchdown for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Eeh. Oh. Reminder that this watch party is brought to you by our awesome sponsors. You can see them at the bottom if you are watching this live. MVP Meal Prep Company does have a 20% discount for our viewers and listeners. Make sure you go hit them up. The code for 20% off over there is ElksHerd20, all caps, no spaces. Go check them out at mvpmealprep.com to get your 20% off discount. MVP, definitely saving our bacon through all of our fiascos in our busy life over here at Shotgun Sports Network HQ. And they can help you out too. Delicious meals. My favorite is the PB Bite, and Catherine's is the Coastal Street Corn Salad. So very, very delicious stuff. Go check them out. That's mvpmealprep.com. MVP Meal Prep Company. Christine and the gang are great. And they're also based out of Edmonton area, Stony Plain. So eat local. All right. Saskatchewan Roughriders backed up to their 2-yard line. Let's go. Maybe trying to call the Elks offside here. I don't know what they're doing. Fake handoff. Lobs the ball. And how do you let them catch that? It was a lob. Oh, they're asking for an offensive pass interference. The Edmonton Elks aren't going to get the offensive pass interference unless there's a challenge for it. And even then, I don't know if you can challenge. You might be able to challenge it. Oh, there's no flag. Cordell. I think Cordell Jackson's reaching a little bit on that one. Cordell Jackson was reaching. Now it's at the Saskatchewan 39. A big pass for Trevor Harris. You don't like to see it as an Elks fan. We don't want to see this. Okay, AJ Ouellette runs up the middle. AJ Ouellette gets stuffed with about 6 yards on the gain. Yeah, AJ Ouellette gets about 6 yards on that rush. Guessing short pass on the next play. They may try to run Ouellette again. I'm trying not to shake my legs because that's usually what I do during these games because of absolute stress. But here we go. All right. 2nd and 4 at the Saskatchewan 45. Short pass is exactly what I called. Right up the middle. Saskatchewan Roughriders get the first down. Linebackers might want to step it up a bit here. Yeah, it's a tough one. Jabome was in there, was in on the play. I didn't see exactly who got the tackle there. Still restful. And these are the drives I'm worried about because if you give Saskatchewan momentum, they're going to roll with it. These guys are Grey Cup champions. The team is mostly intact. We know what the Riders can do. Get them. And Trevor Harris. Trevor Harris passed it a bit hard. What's the flag? Johnny Johnson, what a name. Seems to be a little bit dinged up on this last play, taking a knee. Legal procedure for Saskatchewan anyways. What's that, Catherine? You should have seen their signature series look. Remember? Did I show you their signature with the... Oh, I'll show you. What do we think? Hey guys, let's ask a little question here and have some fun. What Riders jerseys? I don't even actually. Which Riders jerseys are worse? There we go. That's how we did this. Which Riders jerseys are worse? Would you say that their 2014, 2015 era signature series jerseys with the true watermelons as helmets, do you think those are worse than their current obsidian look? Let me know. Which rider's worse is look? Correct answer could be any rider's look. Because we only support the dark shade of green and not... Which, I like how the riders are like, yeah, we want to win more, so we're going to go darker with our green. They're going to match the classic green of green and gold. I think they're trying to harness the power of like classic double E here. All right, 2nd and 10. Trevor Harris with a bomb. It goes right to the man. Busted coverage. Cordell Jackson not having a good game so far. Touchdown, Saskatchewan. Cordell Jackson was behind the 8 ball on that. His man got past him. I didn't see who the receiver was, but I don't like him. Who is it? Schaefer Bake? No, it wasn't Schaefer. No, Emelis? Who is it? This is ridiculous. Schaefer Baker. It was Schaefer Baker. Garbage. A quick whoop-dee, and Cordell Jackson got completely behind his man. Cordell Jackson, bro, you got to do better than that. We love you, but Cordell Jackson got outran by Schaefer Baker, and that's terrible. On a 2nd down. On a 2nd down. How many plays was that drive? What was that, like a 6 or 8 play drive? Hey, Catherine? It wasn't many plays for them to get a touchdown, and now the game is tied 7-7. 2:55 to go in the first. They're picking on Jackson. I agree with this. Cordell Jackson, especially with the way he's conducting himself in this game. If he gets too emotional, which he is an emotional guy, we love Cordell Jackson. When he's hype, he's super hype, but this is not a good look so far. This is not a good look. Game Day Baby does say D-backs are a little loose. I would say so. There comes a point where you got to stop ball hawking and you got to start covering your man. Stop looking for the interception all the time, right? Hot damn. That sucks. 7-7 game, 2:55 to go in the first quarter. Not good. Yeah, defense definitely needs to tighten up here. What do we need here, like defensively as fans, as armchair coaches? What are we going to say? Do we need more man coverage here? Less zone? Do we need more zone, less man? I feel like that might have been man coverage, but Cordell Jackson just got blown by his man. Blown by his man. Outplayed by his man. How about we call it that? Oh, I gotta love live streams. Too good. Oh, too good. Big thanks to you, the viewer, the listener, for rocking with the Elks herd here. This is our live watch party. We're having a blast. The beauty of live streams, as we said. 7-7 game so far. Kind of expected this. I didn't think that this would be like a 30-a-side or 40-a-side game. We might kind of be trending that way. I mean, so far we're looking at we're trending towards a 28-28 or a 31-28 or something like that. So yes, pushed it out by the Edmonton Elks. Short kick, punched out by Brock Mogensen. What happened on this kickoff? What the heck happened? I missed this. I blinked and I missed something very, very critical. Sorry, guys. Let's see here. What do we got? So, they tried what was this? Like an onside kick? So they tried to flex. The Saskatchewan Roughriders tried to flex with like an onside squib kick. And Brock Mogensen punched the ball out to give the Elks the ball back. So Saskatchewan Roughriders just tried to flex. It didn't pay off for them, but that does make me nervous. It means that the offense really needs to do some special things here to really mix it up. All right, number 88, TJ Luther running the ball on a handoff. That's creative. 2nd and 3, Edmonton Elks at Saskatchewan's 48. I'll take that. That's creative. It's not Javon Leake, and it's not Justin Rankin. Yeah, Christy Stewart does say they tried to be fancy and it backfired. I agree. I think they also did try to flex a little bit though, because if they do get that ball back, they take away everything from Edmonton in this first quarter, which, first quarter is probably a good time to do that. What are we doing? Why would you make that play? So Cody Fajardo hands off to Justin Rankin. Yeah, 3rd and 6. You went from 2nd and 3 to 3rd and 6. What are we doing with this play call? Let's take a look at the replay. So pass back to Justin Rankin. Guys are all over him. That's a good fake opportunity. They are expecting Justin Rankin. Fake to Rankin more. Play it elsewhere. Mac was ready. What are we doing? You give away. This is the opposite of complimentary football. And now Jake Julian needs to not punt it through the end zone. It's in the end zone and it's going to stop. And the ball's through the end zone. It's back at the Saskatchewan 30, 35, 30. Brutal. That was a very, very unfortunate series of events. What do we think, guys? That was not good. That was really not good. Not good. No blocking, but I mean, there was like 7 men in that area, all for Justin Rankin. Like, they're expecting Justin Rankin. You got to open up holes for this guy. Saskatchewan 40. That's right. Sorry, guys. Confusing my NFL rules with my CFL rules again. It's at the Saskatchewan 40. So Jake Julian just needed to hang it up a little bit more. I mean, it's also tough. Like, come on. You're splitting hairs on that punt. I think he tried the best he could there. Trevor Harris loads up. Big pass. Edmonton Elks almost ball hawk it. Tyrell Ford almost with the pick. But once again, it proves that, yes, the Edmonton Elks are all about the ball hawking right now. The Saskatchewan Roughriders are testing the secondary, much like Rod Smith just said on the broadcast. A raid square in the face. Tyrell Ford took the ball square to the face and it bounced off the face mask. It was there. I think Ford is focused today. I feel a steal coming. Almost just had one. Kirsty. Almost just had one. Kirsty, sorry. I apologize. I was mispronouncing that. Yeah, Trevor Harris to AJ Ouellette. AJ Ouellette rushes down off the left-hand side for a first down off a second down conversion once again. Guys were not in the right spots on that one. All right, we're almost at the end of the first quarter. One last play. This is not looking good for the Edmonton Elks. Saskatchewan 51. Saskatchewan has a little bit of momentum right now. They have a little bit of push. Another rushing play. AJ Ouellette is stopped. Has about 3 yards on that play. Looks to be a little bit dinged up from that one. Shaking that one off, a little bit frustrated. You can see some swears underneath that face mask. This is interesting. This is going to be an interesting one. Heading into the second quarter, we are going to take a momentary break here, and we will catch everybody as soon as the stream jumps back on. See you in a moment. Boo! Alrighty. And we're back on the Elks Call watch party here. This is the Elks Call. You're rocking with the Elks Herd. Please hit the like, subscribe, and favorite buttons, as that is how you show some love over here. Really thankful to have you joining us here for today's watch party. 7-7 Toronto. Trevor Harris. That's why I think the T and T's there. But yeah, Saskatchewan Roughriders here driving up 2nd and 7. Trevor Harris with the pass, and apparently Saskatchewan catches it on the sidelines, near the sidelines at the Edmonton 44. So it is a 1st and 10. Really not liking the momentum that Saskatchewan is building right now. It's a heartbreaker. We don't want to see this. Now is the time for the defense to really shine. Really need to pick it up. I would love to see the defense do something special here. Like, and it's a sack. I want a sack. We need a sack. Like right now, the Elks defensive line isn't looking the most terrorizing. I think they look the best in that first drive. Edmonton Elks do get a decent stop here. Number 45 for the Elks came in on that one. Is that Jabome? That is Jabome. So yeah, Jabome not replacing, but wearing Niles Morgan's old number of 45. Jabome's in there. Only allows AJ Ouellette to get 2 yards. It's at the Edmonton 42. Still pretty close to field goal range there. I think that Saskatchewan could if they want to, but the Edmonton Elks need to get a stop in order for that to happen. 2nd and 8 here. Does Trevor Harris load up? He goes for a decent pass to a wide open man. 3 Edmonton Elks in the area. 3 or 4. There's like 4 Elks in the area. I think they're playing too much zone now. Like, why are they playing zone to the point where they're allowing a man right in between 2 others? Oh. Are you looking for... Oh, we don't have one over here either. But I can hook you up with one of these mason jars.
I need a drink.
Yeah, Kathy is at the point where she is already at the tipping of the bottle point. Yeah. We're not blessing right now. We're stressing. 1st and goal. What play did I miss? 1st and goal at Edmonton's 9. Saskatchewan, I think they're going to be inflicting some pain here. Stop him, guys. Stop him to another wide open man for another touchdown. Edmonton Elks defense is getting exploited right now. The secondary, especially, this is not good. Elks secondary. Oh, so there was a penalty call that we obviously missed. Game Day Baby does say that was a BS call. I'm going to agree by default because Edmonton Elks are now down. So will the offense rise above the occasion? Will we see some creative play calling from the Elks offense? I sure freaking hope so, because this is not sustainable. And yeah, the Elks secondary in general is being picked on for sure in this game. They're looking a little bit porous. I mean, Tyrell Ford so far on the secondary in the defensive backfield is looking the best. 14-7. Saskatchewan in the lead. Samuel Emelis with that last touchdown. Garbage. It is a commercial break on the TV, so hey, we'll give you guys a commercial of our own. Lather.com. Smell damn good with lather. Save damn money with the Elks Call. If you'd like to save 20% off over at Lather, your code is going to be Shotgun20. All caps, no spaces. They keep me smelling good, and Kathy's very appreciative of that. Been rocking that deodorant for the longest time. Have not stopped supporting Lather, even though we weren't ambassadors for a bit. We are back on that ambassador program, and we are pleased to give you 20% off over at Lather.com. Canadian-made soaps. Canadian company, I believe out of Hamilton area. They're great stuff. Go check them out, lathr.com. We will have it in the description once this is all uploaded. Because as we know today, I kind of scrambled to get on to the stream, and I am a fish out of water in the completely wrong environment for a podcast. We're making it happen anyways. It's a fun watch party today, and we're having a blast with you guys. So can't thank you enough for rolling with us here, rocking with the Elks herd. Oh, all right. How are we feeling about this upcoming Elks drive? Are we going to see anything? Are we going to see some action out of this offense? Are we going to see creativity? Are we going to see something that brings the offense back to life? Because the other problem, too, is as we know, the defense is going to get worn down if Saskatchewan's offense is on the field for too long. And I mean, Saskatchewan's already trying to flex on the Edmonton Elks. This is a battle of 5-1s, 2 undefeated teams. It's a fun one. I mean, a battle of undefeated teams anyways, but it is a fun one. We do want to see the Edmonton Elks win this one, obviously, but so far, like the play calling, it just needs to be a lot more creative. All right. Oh, here we go. Up at the 30, Javon Leake is brought down, returns it to Edmonton's 30. And Cody Fajardo and the team are going to go to work. Justin Rankin still not seeing incredible yards in this game. Like, teams have figured out to neutralize Justin Rankin. And rightfully so. It's basic thugonomics, as John Cena would say. He who must not be seen. Basic thugonomics. Yeah, let's go. Okay, they're doing some switch-ups in the backfield. Cody Fajardo loads up wide open to Keon Julian Grant. Keon Julian Grant down at the 10. And he lost a cleat. The shoes are loose at the Saskatchewan. I thought it was a flag too because it's yellow. That's a first down. Edmonton Elks loads up one play, one shot, one opportunity. Let's go. Mom spaghetti, baby. All right. What a pass up, guys. What a pass up, guys and gals. Everybody in between. That was crazy. Okay, we're in the red zone again. Now's the time to stress. They're predicting Rankin. Fake. Oh, that was Javon Leake on that rush. 2nd and 12. God, what are you doing? Trying to rush it up the middle. Clearly, the middle doesn't have a hole. Javon Leake up the middle. It doesn't matter who you run up the middle. Every defensive line knows what you're doing, Edmonton Elks. Stop running it up the middle. We've seen it in Commonwealth. We see it in Mosaic. We see it everywhere. We've seen it in Kelowna. Yeah, there's no leak in the middle. But stop rushing the ball up the middle. Cody Fajardo loads up. And a 5-yard pass that becomes something other than Javon Leake for the touchdown. Let's go! Let's go! Ton. I'm taking off the headset. So we don't blast everybody on the stream either. Oh. Woo! So what was that? A 3-play drive. Crazy. 3-play drive. Edmonton Elks. Over the middle to Javon Leake. Touchdown pass. Carter Kettle in there for the Sully. Shout out Carter Kettle. Shout out the Kettle family. Love the Kettle family. Great folks from Grand Prairie. Vincent Blanchard with the PAT. And the PAT is good. That's a 14-14 game. We got ourselves a tie game in the second quarter, everybody. That's what we want to see. Touchdown, baby. Let's go. Game day, baby. Kirsty also says, leak. There's the leak we were looking for, but it was a pass. It was not a rush up the middle, like we were saying earlier. Massive. Woo! Let's go. Game Day Baby earlier did say stop running it up the middle. He agrees. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Okay. Now, when are those sacks going to show up? When's this defensive line going to put that pressure on Trevor Harris, much like in that first Saskatchewan drive? We need to see it. Getting a little bit dark over here. We can open up a little bit of lighting, even if it's not the most favorable for me. It's a little sweaty in here. This is the Elks call. You're rocking with the Elks herd, and Game Day Loon is in the background as well. Right by 2 cat feeding bowls, because as we've said, our studio went underwater. So, hey, maybe Game Day Luna showing up might be some good luck for the Double E. Love to see it. Smash the thumbs up. Tell your friends about the show. Really, really thankful to have you guys here today. This is a fun one. Really, really fun. That was great. That was a little creative, except for the rushes up the middle. I like that, Keon Julian Grant got. I like that he got ahead of his man. Hey, the Edmonton Elks kind of doing what Saskatchewan's doing in trying to exploit that. The D-backs, the secondary. You want to see it. I mean, yes, I agree. It is just what we needed. Keep their defense honest too. Now, I will say the drive was a little bit fast for giving the defense a rest. What, Catherine? Oh, I thought you were talking about the play. My bad. All right, tie game, guys. Tie game. iPads out. Boys are checking out what they were doing there, but I don't want this defense to get tired. And Saskatchewan's good at stringing along long drives. All right, the return. Come on. Ball is returned up to the 37. Looks like it makes it to Saskatchewan's 37. 1st and 10. Saskatchewan Roughriders. 14-14 game. 10:21 to go in the second quarter. Reminder, we will be cutting the stream at halftime so that everybody can enjoy the game in the comforts of their own homes. Of course, without us, and of course, so that we can all kind of stress off the stream. But really, really appreciative for hanging out with everybody here on the Elks call. We only do this once a year, so this is going to be good. All right. Elks stop AJ Ouellette. Only give him 1 yard max. Defensive line shows up. Malik Carney shows up. Great that the line does show up in that way. I want to see even more pressure. Let's see. Passes it off to the side. Off to AJ Ouellette. They try to do a little something creative of their own. Standard play, but instead of just handing it off to AJ Ouellette as the norm. All right, let's see, D-line. Let's see what you can do. Trevor Harris snaps the ball. Oh, come on. Trevor Harris with a run. Stop him. Put him down. Noah Taylor, number 42 of the Edmonton Elks, take down Trevor Harris after. As soon as he stuttered, he was done. If you make Trevor Harris. Oh, I thought you meant Trevor Harris's stutter step. Do I? Am I gonna get a call? Am I gonna get a flag? What? Why is it saying touchdown Edmonton Elks? What are you doing, TSN? Don't be drunk. Ball is punted. Edmonton Elks receive at the 22-yard line. Javon Leak round the outside and out at the 30. 30 or 40? Touchdown Elks graphic after. I feel like they called it, so we get it. Yeah, hey, it's rigged. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Game Day Baby says, okay, now D has to make the play now, get that ball back, and they did. They did shut them down. Although I will say that was a really, really weird play by Trevor Harris. Obviously, he thought he had a hole, and then once he realized that he did not have a hole to rush through, he kind of stuttered, and then Noah Taylor stuttered, and then Noah Taylor kind of gave him a couple extra yards that he didn't need. I think that drive for the Saskatchewan Roughriders ended with a 2nd and 3. So it wasn't exactly the best for Saskatchewan, which we'll gladly take. At the same time, I feel like the Elks could have been in trouble on that play as well. So I'm happy that they shut that one down. I'm happy Noah Taylor got the takedown on, got the tackle on Trevor Harris. Woo! Are we stressing or are we blessing? Still stressing. Too good. This episode of the Elks Call, once again, is brought to you by our amazing sponsors and partners, Edmonton Sports Talk. You know them, EST, the Green and Gold kickoff show, and the Green and Gold post-game show. Can't stress it enough. If you're a diehard Elks fan like we are, go check them out before and after the game. I mean, 880 Ched does a great job. You have many options here in the city of Edmonton for pre- and post-game show. We particularly like the EST Green and Gold pre and post. They have our backs. We have theirs. But more importantly, I actually do watch it before the game and after the game. I didn't get to catch it today because we were going into our own watch party for once. So sorry, EST, for kind of encroaching upon your territory there and 880 Ched. But after the game, go check them out. EST, Edmonton Sports Talk. They have some of the best coverage here in town. All the players, Mark Killam Tuesdays, all the good stuff over at Edmonton Sports Talk. You can check them out online at edmontonsportstalk.com. All right, Cody Fajardo hikes, hands it off to Justin Rankin, and Justin Rankin actually does get a rush in at long last. It looks to be a 9-yard rush from Justin Rankin. I think at this point you would be silly not to rush the ball again, but finally, Justin Rankin finds a hole. We finally did it. Justin Rankin does find a hole. This is what we want to see. Here we go. Looks like a quarterback keeper, but then refs come in to do something weird. Hold up the play for a moment. They whistle in the ball. Cody Fajardo goes for his own. I think he got it. He was already down. Cody Fajardo got the ball across the line. It's Edmonton Elks football. Saskatchewan believes that they have the football, and they do not. Quarterback was down by contact. It's 1st and 10. Edmonton Elks football at the Edmonton 50-yard line, just before the 55. I know we're all going to miss it if it all goes through. Still a couple of question marks around that whole thing. Yeah, his elbow was already down. He lost the ball after his elbow was down. Cody Fajardo had the ball for the quarterback keeper. 1st down, Edmonton Elks. Let's go. Cody Fajardo lines up here. Hike. Pass off to the side. Austin Mack.
He has been having issues with that.
Austin Mack got his first target of the game from what I have seen so far, and unfortunately cannot hold on to the ball. That's a little bit disappointing. Apologies, everybody. Still recovering from a little bit of illness here. 2nd and 10, Edmonton 50. Brutal missed catch. Bit of a check down to Justin Rankin. He spins out of it. Oh, and he cannot spin his way completely out of it. Gets taken down. About 2 or 3 yards to go from the 1st down marker. This is going to be a punt. It's 3rd and 2 for the Edmonton Elks. Frig, I almost just say go for it, but I don't think with how tight this game is right now and how tight these two teams are trying to play against each other, I don't know. I think you go for the field position. Now, does Jake Julian get it within that coffin corner? It looks like the Edmonton Elks might be going for it. Edmonton Elks are going for it on the third. Edmonton Elks are going for it here. There's a flag.
What's the flag?
Time count.
Time count?
What are we doing, Elks?
The heck?
What were they even doing there? They weren't even lined up. But you know what? I would rather Jake Julian punt from a little bit farther back. But like Cody Fajardo, man, like Cody Fajardo, Cody Fajardo, talk to your team. Get them in the game. Because between the Austin Mack drop and now this time count violation, this is dumb. Get it together, boys. Jake Julian almost had some contact on him, punts the ball away, makes it into the 5, and the Edmonton Elks take them down. They take them down at around the 12-yard line, probably made it to the 13 there. But, and there is an injured rider on the field. He looks to be hurting. An Elks player trying to get him some support. Big shout out to you, the viewer, the listener, for rocking with us here on this lovely Elks Call watch party occasion. This is the Elks Call. You're rocking with the Elks Herd. Appreciate your support. Hit the like, subscribe, favorite buttons, all that good stuff. Share it around. Tell your friends. We will be back to our regular schedule next week on the Elks Call. Not sure if we have a guest lined up yet. We most likely will. So it'll be a good episode next week. Obviously, won't quite be back in our studio, although we technically could be back in our studio. I'm not quite sure how that looks yet. I think we're still a couple weeks away from that. So our next episode may just be from our kitchen again. But once again, really, really appreciative for you guys tuning in, sticking in with us. If you haven't checked out our sponsors already, that is going to be royalretros.com. That is one of our biggest sponsors on the show. And then, of course, MVP Meal Prep Company, making your life that much more convenient with healthy eats for your busy lifestyle. Use code ELKSHERD20 over at royalretros.com. Over at MVP Meal Prep Company, MVPmealprep.com, ELKSHERD20 to save 20% off your order at the checkout. Christine and the gang are amazing. Let's go. Thanks, guys. Let's go. Let's go, Kirsty. Let's go. Game Day Baby says, I hate to sound like a broken record, but I really do not like this offensive corner. I mean, I really don't like some of the stuff that's happening either, Game Day Baby. I think that, there should be some cause for concern there. Injured rider out there on the turf, limping off the field. Number 43, prayers up. Hope he's okay. Never like to see an injury for either team. Still want to be classy, obviously, and it's never good to wish injuries upon your opponents. I've never understood that with sports fans, where they're like, yeah, I hope he gets injured. I hope they injure the quarterback and all this stuff. It's like, but, imagine if you're a fan from that team, you don't want to see that. On a 1st and 10, the Edmonton Elks do allow the Saskatchewan Roughriders to get a first down. It's AJ Ouellette with a rush around the outside. Who would have thought? A little rush around the outside. Wasn't quite a sweep or a swing. $4:50 to go in this second quarter. I think it would be really, really good if the Edmonton Elks could maintain a tie going into halftime. The third quarter seems to be like the third and the fourth quarter, are obviously major battlefronts. The third quarters aren't as noticeable as they were last year and the years before, but I think that's because the Edmonton Elks third quarters were absolutely terrible. Oh no, Tamari Fox on the D-line for the Edmonton Elks. Tamari Fox has been injured, number 95. He seems to be walking very, very gingerly, very gingerly walking off the sidelines. This is not good. Number 95, Tamari Fox, injured for the Edmonton Elks. Prayers up. Let's hope he returns to game action. It didn't look like it was too bad, but we never know. All right, Edmonton Elks take down. Is this AJ Ouellette again? Nice. Joel DeBlanco gets in there for a tackle on, I want to say, AJ Ouellette. Once again, they're really utilizing AJ Ouellette. It means that I think that Saskatchewan's they're calling better plays and utilizing the running back better. I mean, I don't know how many up the middle, up the gut rushing plays I've seen from the Saskatchewan Roughriders. A couple of them, they've been in there, but I'm seeing other ways of utilizing AJ Ouellette. That's the way that the Elks. Oh, they send blitz. Elks send blitz. Elks send blitz. Ball is dropped. 3rd and 7. And the Edmonton Elks got to the quarterback. Trevor Harris, pressure. He saw pressure. I believe that was a blitz that we saw. We saw 2 guys go around the outside. That was a blitz on the quarterback and some good defensive play calling. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that was full-on blitz. That was full-on blitz from the Elks defense. And we'd love to see it. That's what we need to see from this defense. Bring up the pressure. Let's go, guys. All right. Clock is ticking. 3:26 on the clock and winding down. The ball is bouncing. This is going to be a brutal return for the Edmonton Elks, I think. Bless you. Bless you, Catherine. The ball is dropped by Javon Leake, but I feel like he was on the ground. Was it a fumble? We're going to find out. This might have been a fumble on the Edmonton Elks. Javon Leake saying that he's down. Javon Leake saying that he's down. But they're saying it's Edmonton football initially on the turf. Let's see. Bum is on the ground. Oh, bum. Oh, it might be too close to call. I'm going to hope it's too close to call, but I really don't know what this is going to look like. Coach's challenge. Ruh-roh, and it's this ref. I'm not the biggest fan of this ref. You know certain words I say off of the stream. So they're saying that he was not down by contact before he hit the ground. I think it's not even bang bang. What do we think, guys? Is this play going to be overturned? I don't think you have enough evidence to say that it's out there. Is it out? It's not definitive. It's not definitive. In my opinion, this is not definitive. What do we think, Herd Chat? I'm praying that this is not definitive because Javon Leake did try to hold on to this ball, but it clearly got stripped out of his hands. It has to be clear and obvious, just like Suits said on the broadcast, on the screen. What do we think, guys? What do we think? Guys, girls, everybody in between, let us know what you think of the Herd Chat. Is this call going to be overturned? I'm scared. See, Benassi says so close. Woo! Ruling on the field stands. Oh my God, they lose their challenge. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! Elks got away with one there, everybody. Holy crow. Holy crow. All right, Cody Fajardo with the pass. Goes through his progressions. Passes it to Justin Rankin on the outside. Justin Rankin gets some room. Runs it up around 12 yards. All right, here we go. We're in action. Up to the 40? Edmonton 45, sorry. So 1st and 10, Edmonton Elks at the 45. Let's go. First down, baby. Let's go. That's a first down for your Edmonton Elks. 14-14 tie at the 3-minute warning. Woo! Getting sweaty in the first half here, physically and mentally with this game. Oh, this is a good one. So thrilled to be here with everybody on the live stream. Like we said, we will be done with the live stream at halftime. And then, of course, stay tuned to the Elks Herd socials at the Elks Herd to see our 3 thoughts on the game. Once the game wraps up, we'll see what side the Edmonton Elks are on in this one. And yeah, I mean, we'll do all of our post game, the point after. Now, if you're looking for a great place to listen to a point after, that's going to be over at Edmonton Sports Talk, the Green and Gold post game show. Matty Iwanek and Jay Milne will have all of their reactions for you, their professional reactions for you immediately after the game. Like Steve Benassi says, we hanging in there, baby. We hanging in there. We hanging in there. But it is getting stressful. It is getting stressful. I'd love to see an Edmonton Elks touchdown here. I'd also like to see a nice long drive by the Edmonton Elks. Like, it doesn't have to be these bang, these pop bang plays. It doesn't have to be, let's get an 80-yard chunk and then, slow it down for maybe those 2 to 3 plays to get it into the end zone. How about we how about we just play a nice, smart, a nice long drive, but like a momentum builder, something that strings chemistry along, something that plays off of everybody's strengths. Move the ball around, even Justin Rankin with these plays, the small handoff, sure, that's great. We know that Justin Rankin is explosive, but now let's move it around. Let's get Austin Mack a little bit more involved. I'd love to see Austin Mack more involved in this game. That's what I want the most, honestly. You have a premier wide receiver in the league, utilize him. Fake handoff to Justin Rankin. Big throw from Cody Fajardo to none other Austin Mack, almost like I was just asking for this. Almost like I was asking for this. Austin Mack gets around a, 15-yard, 20-yard gain here? It's a first down. That's a first down. Let's go. At the Saskatchewan 39, 1st and 10. 2:46 to go. The Edmonton Elks have plenty of time. At this point, you like at 2:46, I don't know how much more of the clock that you're going to run down. You can maybe get a minute or two. But I think Justin Rankin with another rush. Justin Rankin is starting to find holes now. We're 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2, 2:41 on the clock. Like, you've only run 4 seconds off of that. The clock stops. Mac attack, baby. Let's go. That's what Game Day Baby says here in the herd chat. Mac attack. And that's what we need. We need to see the ball move around a little bit more. That's why maybe that Keon Julian Grant play ended up being so explosive. Okay, this is a direct handoff to Rankin, and he gets gobbled up because they run him up the middle.
Where's he going with that? There's nothing there.
Well, that's the play call.
Bring it, Snyder.
It's 3rd and 1. It's 3rd and 1. Do you quarterback keeper, or do you go for field goal? In my opinion, because of field position and everything else, depending on how long this one is, you go for it. And they just made. But yes, bring in Cole Snyder. I agree, Catherine. No, they're going to field goal Vincent Blanchard. I guess, yeah, you take the points, you run down the clock as much as you can. 38-yard field goal attempt. And he gets it barely. Vincent Blanchard hooked that. Rankin does have the tires warmed up, but once again, you can't rush him right up the middle and expect a different result. Saskatchewan is expecting that. And especially when we're talking about a 2nd and 2 or 2nd and 3 scenario, how are you not expecting a Rankin rush up the middle? Run him around the outside. Like we said earlier. Like, this needs to be more creative. Simply put. Do something different. And I mean, they are feeling a bit hemmed in on the sides. I get that. But what about a moving line? Move the line a little bit. Like, the schemes can be different, guys. You can give them different looks. All right, here we go at the Saskatchewan 40. Trevor Harris has 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go to work. Time in the pocket. Over the heads of multiple golden helmets. A fumble! And the Edmonton Elks No! Whose is it? Ball. It looked like the Elks, 3 Elks had their hands in on it. I know, I'm sorry, everybody. I might have blown up your speakers. I apologize. I am getting way too excited about this. Oh, Saskatchewan got the ball back. That's garbage. Garbage. The Elks should have had that football off that fumble. The fumble was forced. Like, come on, guys. Yeah, and it looks like Saskatchewan gets on the ball first. Like look at him swinging the ball around. Kenny Logan Jr. with the forced fumble, but between Tyrell Ford, others could not get their hands in on the ball. Yeah, can we please open the playbook and do some rollout? Thank you. Rollout when he's handing off to Rankin. Rollout is the term that I've been looking for. Thank you. Rider crowd looks a little thin, but nobody ever wants to talk about that, Steve Benassi. Everybody just wants to talk about how Edmonton and really Toronto always have a bad attendance. It seems like Edmonton's taking more of the flack lately. Minute 43 and counting. Ball is tossed off to the right. Edmonton Elks stop the Riders with about a 5-yard gain. 8-yard or 7-yard gain at the Edmonton 40. So Saskatchewan's already in field goal position, a minute 37 to go, and they can still get a touchdown. So what are the Edmonton Elks going to do here? Do you go high pressure? Do you try to ball hawk this? Prevent touchdown, obviously. That's going to be critical, but like JC Sherry, you got a decision to make because you're at the Edmonton 40. You could try to push these guys back with a 2nd and 3, try to blitz again. They aren't showing that. They're showing 3-man pressure, and they allow AJ Ouellette to get the first down. Why would you go weak on the line there when the predictable move is they're going to try to get the 3 yards? And they did, and some. They got an extra one, so it's at the Edmonton 36. I would have almost wanted a little bit of high pressure on that, but at the same time, you do risk the touchdown. If you do risk the touchdown, you give the Edmonton Elks some time to maybe get a touchdown back themselves before the end of the half. So, little confusing. Time is running out on the clock. The Saskatchewan Roughriders know this. It's at the Edmonton 36, 1st and 10. A minute 3, ball snapped. Trevor Harris to an open man once again. The Edmonton Elks still trying to force fumbles instead of just take the man down. 46 seconds to go in the half at the Edmonton 12. It's 1st and 10. Do you just let the Riders run it in and try to construct a drive of your own? What do you do here? Or do you try to get the stop and try to let them just get the tie? I think you try to stop this. Keon Shaver-Baker doing some damage against the Edmonton Elks today. Trevor Harris. Yeah, so this is going to end. At this rate, it's going to end with a touchdown. It's 2nd and 2. Well, I mean, you have nothing to lose here in this sense. You might as well just go for blitz and you got to try to stop them here. They're going to go for both attempts coming up. It's at the Edmonton 4. There's a first down 2 yards away. Like, the Edmonton Elks have kind of pigeonholed themselves here. Frustrating. Rough. Try to stop him here if you can push him back. Yeah. Don't get sassy, Catherine says. This is a textbook drive for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And the Edmonton Elks have allowed this. Some of like the defense is starting to show its cracks. I think that teams are figuring out the Edmonton Elks, and the Edmonton Elks continue. Like, you need to continue to be innovative in your play calling, and of course defensive play calling as well, not just offensive. Right? I think the Edmonton Elks defense is starting to get figured out here, and of course we are talking about a heavyweight matchup tonight. They are bringing out the chain gang. The ball is going to be short. What? He rolled the ball into it. He rolled the ball into it. I've never seen that. He just rolled the ball into the sticks. All right, well, Edmonton Elks need to get a stop. It's first and goal, 19 seconds to go. You got 2 yards, Edmonton Elks. I mean, I don't know what you do here. Yeah, what the hell was that? Steve Benassi says the exact same thing. What the hell was that? I've never seen a guy roll a ball. I've never seen a guy roll. No catch. I've never seen a guy roll a ball into the chains and go, yeah, it's good. I've never seen that. That was trash. That was trash. I've never seen that, guys. I've never seen that. Never. I've never seen a guy roll a ball into the stick. The whole point of the sticks is going to what? Whoa, Catherine. We're Elks fans over here. I've never seen a guy roll the ball into the sticks before. That was absolutely ridiculous. Second and goal, Edmonton Elks need the stop. They try for a second pass. They get it. They get the touchdown. All right. Well, I think we know our score at halftime. It's going to be 21-17 if the PAT is good. Don't know if the PAT is good yet. We aren't going to say it's good yet.
Yeah, don't like Harris dance. What the hell is that?
Cheesy.
White man freaking dancing there.
The Latina in the house is obviously not thrilled about Trevor Harris's dance moves, as we would say. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Edmonton Elks are pigeonholed on that play. You know where that's going. You know it's most likely a touchdown. Saskatchewan's good. So, I mean, it's a 21-17 pending PAT. It is a 21-17. So, I think my 21-20 game prediction is out the window. I'm clipping that measurement. That was ridiculous. I think everybody should hold the CFL accountable on that one. That was a little bit ridiculous. I've never seen a guy roll a ball into the sticks before. Alrighty, everybody. We have reached the end of our watch party. This was an absolute blast with you here on the Elks Call annual watch party. This one was the Edmonton Elks versus the Saskatchewan Roughriders. It's 21-17 going into halftime here. 4 seconds to go. We're going to call her there. Can't thank you enough, the viewer, the listener, wherever you may be. If you're watching, you're going to be watching on Shotgun Sports Network or over at the Elks Herd on Facebook. If you're listening, that could be Apple Music, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Edmonton Sports Talk, or wherever you get your podcast. We salute you. We appreciate you. Make sure you check out our sponsors. This show is possible thanks to our sponsors, RoyalRetros.com, MVPMealPrep.com, using code ELKSHERD20. You can save 20% off over at MVP. And then, of course, Lather.com as well, LATHR.com. Save 20% with code SHOTGUN20, all caps, no spaces. Smell damn good with Lather. Save damn money with the Elks Call and the Elks Herd. From the Elks Call, my name is Scout, a.k.a. the rep from Section X. This was the Elks Call. We are the Elks Herd, and we will check everybody for a regular episode next week. Can't wait to see you then. Go Elks. Let's get a dub today and cross the fingers and do all of those superstitious things. Appreciate you guys. Go Elks.